A very pleasant good evening from the News Center of the Renaissance Communications Incorporated. Welcome to News Desk. For this January 9, 2024, I'm Augustine Sarr presenting. In the headlines, Criminal Court A sentences former Chief Justice Gloria Musu and three other co-defendants to life imprisonment following their recent conviction for murder of Chala Musu. Senate staffers call off days of protest at the legislature following the intervention of Senator Yomble Kaga Lawrence, vowed to resume demonstration if the Senate fails to address their plights beginning this Friday as promised. The race for Speaker of the House of Representatives intensifies as President-elect Joseph Boakai holds major meeting with members of the House of Representatives at his residence tonight. And off the home front, the BBC is reporting that a court in Sierra Leone has charged 27 soldiers with multiple offenses, including murder or an alleged coup attempt that West African nation, according to the BBC. The detail of these plus many more, the other voices of the newsmakers, the news bulletin sports package on tonight's edition of the program News Desk. Olivia Bowen is next with the news bulletin.
Criminal Court A has sentenced former Chief Justice Gloria Musu and three other co-defendants to life imprisonment. The court's decision followed the defendants' recent conviction by the trial jurors of Criminal Court A for murder. Judge Roosevelt Willie on Tuesday, according to RCI judicial correspondent, said prosecution lawyers proved a prima facie case to warrant the defendant's conviction as provided by Chapter 50, Section 50.5 of the New Penal Law of Liberia. Prima facie means that the evidence provided by the state was convincing beyond all reasonable doubt to convict the defendants for the crime committed. They will serve their jail term at the Monrovia Central Prison, according to RCI judicial correspondent. But defense lawyers on Tuesday took an exception to Judge Roosevelt Willie's final judgment by announcing an appeal to the Supreme Court with the objective of overturning the judgment as provided by law. Staffers at the Liberian Senate has suspended their protest at the legislature following the intervention of Senator Yomble Kanga Lawrence. Senator Lawrence, who is the chair of the Senate Committee on Rules, Order, and Administration, told the protesting staff members that the Senate will begin addressing their plots by this Friday. According to Senator Yomble Kanga Lawrence, the concerns by the Senate staff are all major issues, but appealed that the Senate will begin to settle some of their arrears beginning this Friday, January 12th. The Grand Bassa County Senator, who is vying for the Senate pro tem position in the upcoming election, said, due to the significant role played by staff of the Senate, all modalities will be worked out to ensure their benefits are provided. Meanwhile, the head of the staffers, Charles Brown, has called on his colleagues to remain calm as the Senate has committed to settling some of the arrears as of Friday, January 12th. Brown expressed confidence that the Senate will live up to their commitment made by Senator Yomble Kanga Lawrence to avoid continuous protests, especially ahead of the pro tem election on Monday, January 15. In a related development, the head of the protesting Senate staffers, Charles Brown's vehicle was allegedly set ablaze by unknown men on Monday night. Speaking to this station, Brown said his vehicle busted into flames at his Broadview residence at about 11 p.m. after he left his car parked and entered his house. He lamented that his community dwellers alleged that the act was perpetrated by some unknown men who escaped on motorbikes. Representative Marvin Cole has declared his support for the speakership bid of Deputy Speaker Fernando Kofa. Councillor Kova is facing an uphill battle against Unity Party's Rachel Kuhn for the Speaker position in an election slated for next Monday, January 15. But Bond County District Number 3 Representative Marvin Cole said his decision to support Councillor Kofa is to ensure that the country does not have what he calls a one-party rule. Representative Cole stressed that electing Councillor Kofa as Speaker will give rise to an inclusive political landscape for effective governance in Liberia. With a UP's veteran in the recent elections and increasing speculation surrounding the speakership position, Cole has highlighted the significance of having a distribution of power across political parties by electing an opposition speaker. He expressed concerns that if a UP lawmaker wins the position of speaker, it could lead to a one-party's dominance that might compromise checks and balances. However, Representative Cole is a member of the outgoing ruling Coalition for Democratic Change, under which administration the entire leadership of the legislature, including the Speaker, Deputy Speaker, and Senate Pro Tem, were from the ruling party. The Speaker of the USA-Canada chapter of the Unity Party is calling for accelerated efforts in cleaning major cities in Liberia ahead of the inauguration of President-elect Joseph Walker. Speaking at the official launch of the clean-up exercise at the Rappers International Airport on Tuesday, John Fellows said, considering the arrival dates for international guests, it has become a matter of urgency for those in charge of cleaning the RIA Monrovia corridor to conclude before January 16. The pronouncement by John Fellows unfolded shortly after Unity Party's Margibi County coordinator Ruben Cooper announced that the ongoing initiative would be climaxed with decoration on the 19th and 20th of January. Robin Cooper underscored the need for implementers of the clean-up campaign to consider themselves as one unit under a single political command structure. The statement follows clash between an exonerate of the Unity Party and a group calling itself Mainstream Unity Partisans early Tuesday morning over who leads the clean-up exercise in Margibi County. Away from Liberia, the son of Niger's deposed president, Mohamed Bazoum, has been released by a military tribunal after spending more than 5 months in detention. Salem Bazoum left for Togo after mediation efforts by regional leaders led to him being freed. He was detained along with his parents at the presidential palace after the military staged a coup last July, according to the BBC. His parents remain in detention, with the junta so far refusing to bow to diplomatic pressure to release them. In a statement, the military tribunal said that the release of Mr. Bazoum Jr. was provisional and it would be up to him to respond to justice as soon as he is required to do so. He had been charged with conspiracy to undermine the authority of the state following the coup. In October, the junta alleged that the ousted president and his family, his 2 cooks and 2 security officials, made a failed attempt to escape. Well, Augustine, that's a news bulletin.
Bulletin is a regular feature of News Desk on Truth FM 96.1 and relayed on other frequencies across the country, especially Truth FM 96.9 in Saklipi, Nima County. In one of our top stories we are following tonight, Criminal Court A sentences former Chief Justice Glover Moses Scout and three other co-defendants to life imprisonment following their recent conviction for the murder of Tara Musu. Let us now bring to you the voices of the actors of the news. Staffers at the Liberian Senate have suspended their protest at the legislature following the intervention of Nyombli Kaga Lawrence, Senator Grand Bassa County. Senator Lawrence, who is the chair of the Senate Committee on Rules, Order, and Administration, told the protesting staff members that the Senate will begin addressing their plots by this Friday.
Especially from the Senate, all of what we raised in our call is very legitimate concern. But I'm here just to give you on what we are to let you know. Also concerned in the book of the occasion that dialogue is very important. There are many times that we have spoken with you and solved most of the problems dialogue. There are many times that we went in a session together and we listened to some of the MP and representation and because of when they have cooperated with us. That's how some of those issues that we give us get the issue of the insurance.
Grand Bassa County Senator Nyombli Kanga Lawrence. In a related development, just meanwhile, the head of the staff of Charles Brown has called on his colleagues to remain calm as the Senate has committed to settling some of their arrears as of Friday, January 12th.
We listen to them, they respond to them, they should commit themselves to our benefits, and now they have committed themselves. And even when beyond saying, if they cannot live on the commitment for now, Friday, the protest should continue on Monday, where there will be protein behind you. So they're going to do all they can to meet up with our enrichment today. The reason we didn't listen to Senator Simeon Taylor, he didn't come with anything. He came as a single-handed senator who is not even qualified to speak to all with Armageddon commitment. Senator Nyomi came and apologized that our action here were on the basis of the breach of communication. Apologize to us. So we won the war. If somebody said what you do, we will wrong you. Besides that, she is the chairperson of Rule Order Administration. She's the administrator of the Senate. She has committed. She was being sent by the leadership of the Senate, which Senator Taylor is not a member of the leadership of the Liberian Senate. Senator Nyomi Kanga Lawrence is part of the leadership, and it is the leadership that asked her to come and speak with us. And she has committed the Senate leadership by saying from now to Friday, some of our concern will be addressed. If now you heard it, you the generally that we should protest. Now it's not yet cancer, it being suspended temporarily. I don't regret when they are elected, they apologize. What should I regret when somebody apologize to you? Someone wrong you and say, I'm sorry because of the breach of communication. Then I should regret my action. We have won the Senate. We look up to them to live up to their commitment today with us on Friday.
Charles Brown is the head of staffers at the Liberian Senate protesting for benefits. Representative Marvin Cole has declared his support for the speakership bid of Deputy Speaker Funati Kofa. Councillor Kofa is facing an uphill battle against Unity Party's Richie Kuhn for the speaker position in an election slated for next Monday, January 15. But Bon County District 3 Representative Marvin Cole said his decision to support Councillor Kofa is to ensure that the country does not have what he calls a one-party rule.
It is our thought. And Joseph Human Boaka, the very wise old man who have served in government for more than 48 years. Each Liberian that voted in, including all of us who are opposing, has the mantle of authority to lead our country in the rightful direction. And I know one of those things that he found against a one-party state that he campaigned against. It was wrong for the ruling establishment to have the Speaker pro tempore of the Liberian Senate, the Deputy Speaker, and the Presidency. Fellow Liberians, the danger ahead of this administration is when the Vice President, then now President-elect, there are text messages being sent to members of the 55th legislature, insinuating that those posts or text messages being sanctioned by His Excellency Joseph Yuma Paka, President-elect. I believe if we go this route, then we are going back to the same thing you said was wrong for the people of Liberia. Having carefully searched and tried to ascertain the facts that Ambassador Bwaga, the President-elect, was to know of this, and Joseph Yuma Paka, elect, have been able to confirm that he's not in the know of these text messages. They are surrogates of the incoming government, trying to use his person and his name to intimidate lawmakers and even threaten them that if they did not vote for Richard Boone as Speaker, the government will strangulate them in their very constituencies. President-elect, he has confirmed that he's not in the know of this. In fact, he has reiterated his commitment to having an open government. So I want to tell all of our supporters on Team Kofa's team, if you receive any text message from anybody insinuating that it's been sanctioned by Joseph Yuma Paka, I think it's false, it's baseless, it's misleading. The old man, as wise as he is not opting for a government or a country of one. Even if Jesus Christ were to have a second return and not even born by Virgin Mary, and appeared to me that he appeared to Saul on the road of Damascus and say, Jesus of Nazareth, go and vote for Richard Coon. You will go to heaven. I will deny myself from going to heaven. I will vote for Untitled Chapter.
Bone County District 3 Representative Marvin Calder declaring his support for the speakership bid of Councillor Funati Kofa. Whoever is just joining, you're listening to the Tuesday, January 9, 2024 edition of the program News Desk. It is a 45-minute production from the News and Current Affairs Department of the Renaissance Communications Incorporated. My name is Augustine Sir Anchor in this edition, and the headlines we are following tonight. Criminal Court 8 sentences former Chief Justice Gloria Moses-Cout and 3 other co-defendants to life imprisonment following their recent conviction for the murder of Charles Musu. Senate staffers call off days of protest at the legislature following the intervention of Senator Nyoble Kanga Lawrence, vowed to resume demonstration if the Senate fails to address their plights beginning this Friday as promised. The race for Speaker of the House of Representatives intensifies as President-elect Joseph Boakai holds major meeting with members of the House at his residence tonight. And off the home front, the BBC is reporting that a court in Sierra Leone has charged 27 soldiers with multiple offenses, including murder or an alleged coup attempt in that West African nation. Let's bring you the story. Shortly will bring you sports right here on News Desk. The chairman of the USA Canada chapter of the Unity Party is calling for accelerated efforts in cleaning major cities in Liberia ahead of the inauguration of President-elect Joseph Boakai. Speaking at the official launch of a cleanup exercise at the Rabat International Airport on Tuesday, John Fellow said, considering the arrival dates for international guests, it has become a matter of urgency for those in charge of cleaning the RRA Moreover corridor to conclude before 16 January.
My name is John Fellow II. I'm the current national chairman of Unity Party, USA and Canada. I am here representing the state. 16, 17, 18. So we want you to be on top of that. Unification City is the gateway. The first impression our guests will receive is going to last on their mind for the rest of the time they'll stay here. Creating that impression is in your hands. Next time when we come to this city, we will not see any plastic bag on the side of the streets. This process is important. So JNB, JKK, to the team that's driving the effort. The JNB, JKK inaugural volunteer. One day they will take the national effort to lead the cleaning of the Republic of Liberia, not just Margibi. So as you lead the process in one location, you can also lead the process in many other locations.
Ruben Cooper, however, underscored the need for implementers of the cleanup campaign to consider themselves as one unit under a single political command structure. The statement followed clash between an auxiliary of the Unity Party and a group calling itself Mainstream Unity Partisans at a Tuesday morning, or who leads the cleanup exercise in Margibi County.
We are one team. Anything. People don't always ask me. But when I want people, we give power about ourselves. That was simple thing. It's the unity party that is working. Everyone else can continue supporting the platform of Judah Human Water. Party is fresh. Their job, the party putting the 240. One is a clearing up. All the 19 and all the 20 will be the decoration.
Is Ruben Cooper. Later on, you listen to the voice of John Fellow, there speaking at the Ravos International Airport. At this juncture, let's now bring you sports right here on News Desk with Naomi Tapia.
Good evening, Augustine. Good evening, everyone. President Joshua says he's saddened by the passing of one of football's greatest players, Frank Beckenbauer of Germany, who died on Monday, January 8 at age 78. Before retiring from football, Beckenbauer played for his national side, earning more than 800 caps, as well as the top side Bayern Munich. President Joshua revealed that he was greatly impacted by his legendary story of winning the World Cup both as a player and coach. According to the Liberian leader, the fallen footballer became an inspiration and a mentor when he first set out to play for various European clubs. President Weah said Beckenbauer demonstrated his humanity and generosity during the Liberian Civil War by contributing to his effort to support the national team, including donating a container load of football materials through Adidas based on an appeal to him. The Liberian leader said he was fortunate to have worked with the fallen footballer during his years with FIFA as a member of the football committee in his twilight years. An executive marshal release stressed that Beckenbauer was a towering figure and a legend whose passing is an irreplaceable loss, not just to his family and the people of Germany, but for all of football lovers who have come to appreciate his good works. President George also expressed sadness over the death of another legend, Mario Gonzalo of Brazil, who died recently at age 92. The Liberian leader says that Galo helped Brazil win its first World Cup in 1958 and later coached the star-studded team that featured King Pelé. Liberia's women's under-17 coach Sekou Maniba continued his Justify Your Inclusion sessions with the 41 players invited ahead of the 2024 Women's Under-17 World Cup qualifiers, which first leg will take place on February 4, 2024 in Monrovia and 10 February in Bamako. The justification, according to the RFA, is for players from all women's divisions at 3:30 p.m. at the Samarkand Sports Complex. The final squad will be camped at the Joshua Technical Center in Carisbrooke ahead of the second round qualifiers with Mali in Bamako. Black Men Warriors 21-man dedication has arrived in Azerbaijan for a 2-week trial. The dedication, headed by JK Academy CEO Judas Kwati, including 18 players and head coach Ibrahim Sisi, along with a media officer, left Liberia on January 5, 2024, and arrived in Abidjan on Sunday, January 7, 2024. The dedication transited at the Dubai International Airport at 7:56 a.m. before leaving to Baku. The trip was initiated by the club's executives in collaboration with JK Academic Agency based in Indonesia. Shakhtar Football Club has handed a week suspension to player James Kamara. According to the statement on the club's official website, the suspension is as a result of the player failure to abide by the club's code of conduct, which includes failing to show up for training sessions and not participating in the club's activities. James's salary will be deducted by 60%, according to Shakhtar. Bayern Leverkusen striker Victor Boniface has been ruled out of the African Cup of Nations through injury. In another blow to Nigeria's preparations, the 23-year-old is the latest member of the Super Eagles squad to suffer an injury ahead of the tournament, which kicks off on 13 January in Abidjan. Lens striker Taryn Murphy has been called up to replace Boniface pending the approval of the Confederation of African Football in agreement with the player's French Ligue 1 club. Boniface now joins a growing list of Nigeria players who have been forced to miss AFCON 2022 through injury, including Nottingham Forest backer Tao Awoniyi and Leicester City midfielder Wilfred Ndidi. Ndidi's Leicester teammate Kelechi, who makes the Super Eagles training camp, is expected to join up with the rest of the squad in Africa Coast. And finally, Liverpool defender Trent Alexander-Arnold has been ruled out for probably 3 weeks with a knee injury, says assistant manager Pep Lenders. The England international 25 suffered the injury during Sunday's 2-0 FA Cup third-round win against Arsenal. Liverpool are 3 points clear at the top of the Premier League and host Fulham in the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg on Wednesday. They face Bournemouth in the Premier League on 21 January and play the second leg against Fulham on 24 January. They meet Norwich or Bristol Rovers in the FA Cup fourth round on the weekend of 27 January before hosting Chelsea in the league on 31 January. That's all from our sports desk.
Is a regular feature right here on News Desk. The production from the News and Current Affairs Department of the Renaissance Communications Incorporated. Just before we leave you, let's remind you of the top stories we've been following tonight. Criminal Court A sentences former Chief Justice Glover Moses Kaut and 3 other co-defendants to life imprisonment following their recent conviction for the murder of Chala Musu. Senate staffers call off days of protest at the legislature following the intervention of Senator Nyomble Kanga Lawrence, vowed to resume demonstration if the Senate fails to address their plights beginning this Friday, as promised. The race for Speaker of the House of Representatives intensifies as President-elect Joseph Boakai holds major meeting with members of the House of Representatives at his residence tonight. Off the home front, the BBC is reporting that a court in Sierra Leone has charged 27 soldiers with multiple offenses, including murder or an alleged coup attempt in that West African nation. We'd love to say thanks to you for your listening role. Thanks to all of our reporters, correspondents, and contributors for making this presentation a success. Thanks as well to our affiliate radio stations, especially Truth FM 96.9 Encyclopedia in my county, for reading our news. We'll leave your Bowen brought for you the news bulletin. Naomi Tapia read for you sports. Maya Toban, Sala Controls, and brought us live on Truth FM Real TV page, while Kopo Sanga coordinated the sounds aspect. I'm Augustine Sai presented. Thanks for listening. Do have yourself a pleasant night.
When it comes to communication in Liberia, Orange is number 1.
Orange is the best. Orange is the best. Oh, Orange is the best.
Orange is the best.
Strongest network, widest coverage.
Orange is the best.
Fastest internet speed.
Orange is the best.
People, Orange is the best. Yes, Orange is the best. Naratama, please woo. Company Guinea, that's the Iboga Orange. Top of number 1. So we need to.
Company is the Orange. I don't got the best.
Orange will more you the telephone on.
Reliable, trusted, and dependable.
Orange is the best. Yeah, Orange is
Orange is the best.
It's all about what matters to you. Orange.
Let me make sure I got all the sanitary items I need. I'm checking my list. Oh, yes. One more item. Let me have a big bottle of Dettol, yeah, across the board.
Yes, it. The total amount is 3,000 LD.
Okay, let me give you your money. Hey, my people. I can't find my purse. Lola, I left it on my kitchen table. My husband is rushing me too much. What's I'll do now?
Don't worry, Costa Homo. You can pay with your phone. Yes, the code here on the wall.
Awesome. Yes, I do have money on my phone.
With Orange Money, making payments for goods at your favorite store with your merchant is as easy as ABC. Dial *144#, select currency, select Pay with Orange Money, and follow the instructions. With Orange Money, life is easier. No stress. Orange. Orange.
Starting today. Why not have a little more fun? Why not use money this easily? Why not get even closer to family? Why not work how you've always wanted? Fun, money, family, work. No network keeps you connected to it all, quite like Orange. It's all about what matters to you. Orange.